The Memphis Grizzlies have not been Grizzly'n lately, bottom of the Western Conference. I mean, and although it is early in the season, they are digging themselves a big hole for Ja Morant to come back and save them from. What is this?
And you know what? At the way that they're playing, will he be able to do it?
Right.
No, for real, for real. They haven't been this bad at the start of the season since 2002. This is horrible.
Yeah.
0-6 as we speak. What?
Yeah.
I mean, what? So clearly they're missing Ja Morant from the roster. It's clear. And it's unfortunate that the decisions he made last season has a biggest negative impact on how successful, in this case non-successful, the Memphis Grizzlies have been for the start of the season. It's horrible. It's just not a good look for them to be at the top of the conference in the previous season to be all the way at the bottom.
The bottom.
And wait a
Yeah.
minute, the only team in the league right now that has 0 wins. Can't even get one. You can't even get
Yeah.
one. Hopefully you'll get one against Portland the second go round, but really?
They've
It's
had some
bad.
close calls. I mean, there were a few that they could have won. But if you remember last season, they did pretty good when Ja was out with injury.
This is my
This is
point.
different now. Yeah.
Yeah, however, they are missing some players on the roster that were there last season during John Morant's time being out. Now I know there's mixed emotions about Dylan Brooks not being there. I get it. I get it. But he was there at the time John Morant was out, right? I know that Tyus Jones, he was there at the time, you know, John Morant was out.
Yeah.
Kyle Anderson even had a little stint during that
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah.
there are players that are missing from this roster, and I'm not going to argue the reasons why they're not there, whether they should be there or not. I'm just saying when we're talking about why the Grizzlies were able to maintain positive results when John Morant was out in 2023, and why that is not the case today. Some of these people that are not on the roster have could be one of the reasons why. Could be, So yeah, you just can't discount
Yes.
that. And then they added other players. So I don't know if the impact is great enough.
I don't know because you see Marcus Smart and Derrick Rose on the lineup, and you're like, okay, they're going to give you that veteran leadership. You still got Bane looking to make his first All Star, JJJ, Defensive Player of the Year last
They're getting
season.
it though. See, but
But
those two, if they're not on the floor, what we looking at? What we looking at?
yeah, and it shouldn't be that way. Now, injuries have plagued them this season. Big Steven is out for the entire season. Still waiting on Brandon Clark to get back. Santi Aldama's dealing with an ankle. Derrick Rose, I mean, come on, his knees are not faithful to him, so he's been out with soreness. I mean, what? It's just the truth. The injuries are really hitting him hard this
Yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah. It's really bad. And I know that they just recently signed Bismack Biyombo. So perhaps as a backup true center, he will come in and at least protect the rim. At least do that part. Now you can get much on offense, but maybe he can give
Yeah,
you something on defense.
yeah, yeah. That's
Right?
what he's
Because
known for.
exactly. And it's one of the things that the Memphis Grizzlies can tighten up on is their defense. They can tighten up on it. And so if Biyombo's gonna help tighten up, help you tighten that up, maybe. Because it's really disheartening to watch them and to see Desmond Bain over there like he is fighting for his life. He's fighting
Yes.
for his life. I don't
Yeah.
like that. He's such a
He's
great player. Now, I'm not saying it's different when he is playing. It's just this different intensity. It's like I'm 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 doing my best, y'all. And we still can't get these results because he out there balling.
yeah.
JJJ doing it. I mean, when I see him go to the perimeter and hit it, I said, "Come on, come on." It's just not enough, y'all.
It's not enough.
It's
And
not
then, I
enough.
think we need to address Coach Taylor been there 5 seasons.
Coach Taylor, you
S-
you
Yeah.
on the chopping block.
You got to
No, for real,
say,
he has to be.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
absolutely. The drop is too drastic. If they don't, once John Morant comes back, if they don't dig themselves out of this hole and find themselves, for me, the playing tournament is still a bust. They need to be back in top 6.
I don't think it's going to happen in the West. That's the thing,
No.
right? No, because the West is so tough this season.
Yeah.
I mean, they 0-6 right now. How you gonna climb back when you got teams like the Spurs balling?
Right.
You know, you
Yeah.
got the
Yeah.
Rockets going to be fighting for those positions as
Right.
well. I'm talking about because they're not doing really well. The Rockets are not doing well right now.
Right.
Memphis
Right.
Grizzlies going to be able to outplay these guys. Like
Oof.
the West is tough because we kind of know who the top 6 are going to be
Yeah.
already.
That's a shame. So we're
Yeah.
talking about they can be potentially be 0-25 before Ja Morant comes back. Is that what we're looking
Ooh,
at?
I
Is
hope
that what
not.
we're looking at?
Just fold the season at that point because you have no chance. There's no way they can come back and even contend in the play-in tournament if they don't win any games in the first 25.
Coach Jenkins, sir, you got to be nervous at this point. No, for real, because there's no way. There is no way. I know that we're gonna be waiting for Ja to come back, but Ja's gonna have to do some damage control to get them back remotely in contention, at least in the playing term. If you're
Mm-hmm.
saying that the top 6 is out of the question.
Yeah, it's kind of no. Yeah, they're gonna be in the play-in tournament. But you know what? We won't get a real assessment of this team until Ja returns, right?
That is a fact. That's
But
correct.
he's only one player. You know,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
his
yeah.
other teammates have lost their drive and momentum, how you gonna get all that back and start winning games and build their team
Yeah.
chemistry? Because there are new pieces, as you've
Yeah,
mentioned.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so
And you know what's so funny because it seems like they're working. I know everybody's working hard, but it gives me something different. And when I see Desmond Bain, I'm like, y'all throw him around, give him a lifeline. No, I'm serious. Stop doing that because see, then when Ja Morant comes back, he's gonna be exhausted,
yes, or injured.
and we don't
Yeah.
want either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not pleased with what I'm seeing from the Grizzlies, and I'm quite sure the Grizzly fan base is like, I know everybody's holding on and keeping the faith, and when John comes back, it's gonna all be good, and that's my hope as well. But what I'm seeing right now, I just don't know if it's gonna be enough.